Hey, happy Mother's Day, belated. It's 10:48 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the 11th of May, 2025 for Sunday. I was trying to get a musical video, collage of sorts, of family, friends, under one or two pieces of music, and I'm having issues with my computers on this one. My main lap that I usually do the collages on is not working with the music again. I don't know what the hell I did to turn the damn thing off, but I did. Oh, I can get the collages with the graphics and no problem of that, but sound. So now I'm starting to work with this monster here, and I've never used it. So whatever I'm going to be doing for Mother's Day is going to be coming up maybe around Father's Day. Let to get this thing worked on. This holiday, like every other holiday that like my family celebrated, is definitely getting to me. I suppose it's going to be getting to a lot of people at this point. Emotional backlog, the crying sessions, the triggers left and right, the thoughts coming in, and the malaise, depression, and sometimes thoughts of just killing yourself. Yeah, know it. Trying to avoid it like crazy, but some of it I can't. I mean, killing myself. I'm trying not to get into that one very heavily. It's not nice and it's not good. But concerning about the depression and crying session and feeling sorry for myself or miserably depressed, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm trying to engage in an activity that's supposedly adding a little nutrients and a lot of garbage in the bloodstream for right now. Pause. On days like anniversaries and memorials and special days to honor a loved one in one way or another, yeah, they're emotional. I guess a lot of holidays that are dealing with that, I would have emotions with them. Not as much on the veterans, even though I should, but kind of hurts to be patriotic in the political nightmare we're dealing with right now. But for the emotional nightmare, it's not that much attached to it. Now, if we're dealing with Mother's Day, we're dealing with anniversaries, we're dealing with birthdays, and then we're dealing with the anniversaries of passing. They hurt. They hurt. I never mentioned anything about Father's Day, did I? No, I just never had the emotional attachment on that particular holiday, except I'm going to be celebrating a biological sperm donor. It could have been a lot. There's a lot of years wasted that it could have been relationships built, but never was. And I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to be handling that. Pray for the guy, forgive him. That's about it. But honoring that kind of day, not really. If there was a Brother's Day, yes, I would. I'd probably go emotional, really emotional on it. Birthday for my brother, an anniversary of being clean and sober, his passing. Those are hard days to deal with. Much like dealing with Mama, much like dealing with Easter somewhat. Thanksgiving, harder. Hardest would be Christmas. Days of celebration on those. They're hard because people that we missed, people that I've missed a great deal. Some families do it geographic, but others have done the mortality and no longer here. And that's what's the hard makes the anniversaries a lot hard. Ugh. Extremely difficult to deal with. Extremely difficult. I'm still trying to kill a couple of burgers right now. Sometimes in dealing with regular tasks, it kind of helps to take away the pain a little bit, but other times it kind of reminds me of the situations I got myself into. And my family was there or not, it didn't matter. The concept of thinking about my family and wondering if they're going to be there for me, that's the thing else that gets my ass. A day like Mother's Day, you're supposed to be celebrating a mother, hopefully in a positive way. And as I said before, it gets harder when you're dealing with the emotions. When the emotions tell you that it's hard to celebrate someone who's dead, and the only thing you can celebrate them is different anniversaries that come up that is very hard to deal with emotionally. Trying to find the right words in order to say what the feeling is inside, which is, well, if you were your emotional zombie, you would not be feeling anything. You would just be numb to everything. It'd be just as bad as the song of Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb. And being comfortably numb to me is hard enough because it means I was like that for a long while and not really understanding the grasp of friends and family until you actually start losing them. And then it gets harder and harder because when they've done a geographic, it's hard enough and they do isolation. Or you do isolation because you do a geographic and you're doing it out of petty spite or send it to something else. But, there's always miscommunications and bad blood and emotions raw going through that one. But death, I try not to use that D word. I call it passage or mortal plane or something colorful and fanciful. Not just using the term death. Because I can't deal with it. I dealt with it a long while. It still hurts like hell. People I cared and loved about, gone. And the so-called inner child still pouts about it and stamps his feet and complains. It's not fair for you taking away my loved ones. How dare you? Who do you think you are? And sometimes that's how I'm feeling at times. Is life's not fair. Yeah, life's not fair. Because if it was fair, I'd be dead already. Many times. I should have been dead by the heart surgery. It wasn't. I should have been dead at the age of, well, let's see. It's been several times after that. I've lost track. Near misses with the transport angel. Come to escort me to outside the human body and somewhere else. Scared the hell out of me too when I was a young kid. And those feelings resonated throughout the decades. To this day, yeah, it still rattles my cage. Is it normal? Some people consider it normal. But dealing with PTSD and everything else going on, I don't know anything anymore. But the anniversaries still hurt. They still hurt. And I'm not quite so sure if I'm dealing or living with life correctly at this point. I'm not. I don't think I am. Because if I was, I wouldn't be feeling this lousy about it. Of course, I'd be blaming everybody or anything else for that matter, but it doesn't help. It doesn't work. Holidays come up where we're supposed to be celebrating with family members, and yet isolated, alone, and only one person. When you're just a survivor, it just changes things a great deal. And that's what it's been doing, is changing me a great deal. So, I had to deal with that one. Birthdays, I know my brother's mortal birthday's coming up. When he was alive, we'd do things with him. But when he got older, it didn't matter if he went anywhere else, as long as you were still together and you still wish him a holiday greeting of sorts. But when it came down for his birthday, he didn't want to hear the damn countdown. Not once. I mean, it's like after 10 years, stop telling him happy birthday because it tells him that he's getting closer and closer to an anniversary he was scared of. And then once he reached it, yeah, then he was freaked. He was freaked. Ma, on the other hand, well, as long as you gave her cards, she could see them. Stuffed animal 2. That's not bad. Holiday meals. Okay. Those kind of touches. Not going out and blowing things out in a proportion, or you see the bank account and you blow the damn thing or something. I had no cards for Mother's Day. I was going to be doing the video, as I said before, and I was having issues with it. So it'll be late. Day late, dollar short, and Mom will probably be on my gas for this one because I didn't do it before Mother's Day. Oh. Happy Mama's Day, Mama. I could say bite in the butt. But no, I got a four-legged bite in the butt. It's driving me crazy right now as it is, looking for stuff. Stuff to get into. My dog. So I deal with the mama. Deal with the mama's dog. I got her a long time ago in the family. We didn't realize she was pregnant. I think she was about 2 years old at that time. And the night we got her, she delivered. Just before Christmas. We called the baby Christmas. 8 weeks after weaning after that little monster there. I don't know what happened to him after we had to give him away. Ma was distraught, but she still had her family with us. So, I'm dealing with my dog. The only family member right now that I'm actually caring about more and more. It makes the days harder. But I try to not just moan and groan about it, but cherish moments. These family members, and you're almost down to dogs. They're still family members. So you just can't look at it as all I got left is this. Yeah, well, all I've got left is my mama's dog. And I'm holding on to her, trying to take care of her. Maybe not doing it as best as I could, but, I deal with her. I'm trying to get through today. I'm trying to get through days like this. In between, I have to leave them blank and just not deal with them. Just for the day it is for right now. I'm dealing with Mother's Day or Mama's Day. Fix her something special to eat tonight. And hopefully she'll be able to eat it without having conniption fits. Because she's important. As for down the road when my brother's birthday anniversary, his mortal birthday comes up, I'll celebrate it with a bottle of Coke. That was my brother's drink. Father's Day comes up, I'll just bypass the entire day. Because quite frankly, he may have earned a title of father, but he hasn't earned anything else other than the title. Still a biological sperm donor. Of course, we got Veteran Day of sorts coming up. We got executive office still screwing days up like that, and not quite sure what's supposed to be the holiday, which is not supposed to be the holiday for what. Memorializing fallen people. Okay. Celebrating flags. What's going to be kicking me in the ass is July 4th. It's not just because of the fireworks coming up, or lack of. Hopefully. I'm hoping that we don't have that much fireworks. No, what's going to get me at this point over here is celebrating a country's birthday when I know a country's going hell in a handbasket. If I happen to celebrate the holiday, am I celebrating it for a gas bag, or am I celebrating it for those who have fallen and those who have sacrificed for this holiday? Which means I would have to hang up the nation's flag out there. And what get to me is either they would think I'm maggot or not. I'm not maggot. But I celebrate those who have fallen who weren't maggots. Hard enough weekend to deal with. Hard enough weekend.